Real estate developer Supertech was declared bankrupt by the National Company Law Tribunal. Now, this is in a move that could affect 25,000 home buyers. The Company Law Tribunal decided this in response to a petition that was filed by the Union Bank of India for non-payment of dues. Now, the real estate developer, which is Supertech in this case, has stated that they are going to file an appeal with the Company Law Appellate Tribunal against the move. However, for now, like I said, this is a move that can impact 25,000 home buyers.
A leading developer in the Delhi NCR region, Supertech, has just been declared insolvent, and this is after lots of failed developments by the company. A few buildings are actually being demolished in the Noida region as well. So this leaves a lot of home buyers, home owners who had bought houses from this company in the lurch. What will actually happen to homes that they had constructed but never actually finished? We are actually here with a home buyer who actually bought his house in 2012, and we'll hear from them their experience with the company and what going forward this will mean for them. तो सर आपका नाम बताइए।
मनीष सिंघल मेरा नाम है। मैंने सन 2012 में फ्लैट बुक किया था और टुकड़ों टुकड़ों में 2017 तक इनको पेमेंट किया। जब तक इनके पास पेमेंट जाती रही, इन लोगों ने कंस्ट्रक्शन किया और जनवरी 17 में लास्ट स्लैब इन्होंने डाली थी। उसके बाद से काम बिल्कुल बंद पड़ा है, प्रोजेक्ट पे कोई काम नहीं हो रहा। दिखाने के लिए 10-12 पेशेंट वो लोग लगा देते हैं वहाँ। वी वेंट टू द पुलिस बट इवेंचुअली नथिंग हैपेंड। वी आर वेरी हैप्पी कि आज एटलीस्ट एक डिसीजन आया है। बाकी हम देखते हैं अभी इसका कितना फ़ायदा होगा।
तो अब इस स्टेज पर जब इंसॉल्वेंसी डिक्लेयर होगी, आप सुपरटेक के जो ओनर्स हैं, जो लोग इंचार्ज हैं, जो इतनी देर से कुछ कर नहीं रहे थे, उनको क्या कहेंगे?
उनको क्या कहेंगे? उनको यही कहेंगे भैया आगे से तो कम काम कर लो। अभी भी उनके पास अच्छा गुंजाइश है, अपील में जाएंगे वो लोग, मुझे पता है, लेकिन प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करें ईमानदारी से, यही सब लोग उनसे चाहते हैं। और नॉट ओनली सुपरटेक, आप जाएंगे नोएडा में तो यहाँ देखेंगे सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स इसी तरह से रुके हुए हैं। सारे बिल्डर्स प्लीज़ काम करिए, और आपने सबसे पैसा ले रखा है, मोर देन 90% वो लोग पैसा ले चुके हैं, तो काम क्यों नहीं कर रहे समझ नहीं आ रही। उनको काम करना चाहिए और डिलीवर करें, और कोई बात नहीं है।
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So perhaps the first step of finally some accountability for developers who've been doing this without much accountability so far. As you heard, years have gone by and their home hasn't actually been completed. So this will perhaps change the course of things. With Shashikant Jha, Meher Pandey for NDTV.
All right, joining us on the broadcast, Aditya Parolia, the lawyer for the home buyers, partner at PSP Legal. We also have Chandra Bhushan, he's a Supertech home buyer, as well as Prabha Devi, who's also a Supertech home buyer. Thank you all very much for joining us. Before I get both the home buyers into the conversation, Mr. Parolia, if you could just throw some light on what this means for home buyers.
Well, I think this is a moment of closure for home buyers. Now, the owners has gone to the home buyers and the committee of creditors that they will finish their homes on their own, because for last 10 to 12 years, Supertech has taken their money and has not completed the project. If you see the Union Bank matter where they have been declared insolvent, there's a debt of 432 crores which Supertech had to pay. And this is not the only petition. There are at least 10 to 11 petitions filed by almost 100 home buyers in each petition for their claim. So this was coming. If not this petition, some other it was coming. But now it has come into, it is a time for home buyers to step in and secure their rights. Absolutely, okay. Home buyers have also decided to go to NCLT and ask them, or to Supreme Court, or to ask them to intervene so that their right can be prioritized over banks. It is important to understand home buyers.
When you say it's a relief and closure for home buyers and they can finally move on, what do you mean by that, and what happens to people who've invested their life savings in these properties?
See, once an IRP has been appointed or CIB process starts, it is not a death of a company, it's a resurrection process of a company. Company goes through a revival phase. The erstwhile management, which was not doing its work, is shunned out, and a new IRP is appointed under the guidance of the committee of creditors, which is largely constituted of home buyers in a real estate company. A new developer will come in, or home buyers may themselves take up the initiative to complete the project. Any money which have been siphoned, please understand, around 95% payment has been made by these home buyers.
Right.
And these projects are not even complete 50%.
Yes.
Most of them, there is no occupation certificate or complete certificate. So there can be an attempt to get back these monies from the places where they have been siphoned off. We have seen in Amrapali, around 4,000 to 5,000 crores were being siphoned off. And they got back. Now Amrapali is on a conversion. So at least there will be closure, projects can be completed, there will be delivery of houses if this goes through in an idealistic manner.
Okay, so that's an ideal case scenario, and thank you for breaking that down for us. Let me get both the home buyers as well on how they're looking, at today's development. Prabha Kumari, to you first, when did you purchase your house, and what's the sort of story been for you?
Actually, I pre-booked the house in the year 2015, and it was around July. And since then, I have actually already made payment of 50% payment. I have already made, but as far as the construction is concerned, I mean, there's not even not even the basement or whatever. No work has been started actually for my tower. For other buyers, it's just like they have just made a floor, or maybe they have just dug a ground, and they have actually, from some of the buyers, they have even taken 100% of the amount. Some buyers have already paid that, and now after this hearing, what means we are more worried actually is that what will happen to our money. What if what if the company could not be revived and it goes for liquidation? Then who will pick the bank loans that we had taken on our names? Actually, the money went to Supertech. We don't know what they did with the money. And we are just fighting cases.
Yes, in fact, that's I'm sure a concern that every home buyer has at the moment. And I will get Mr. Parolia to respond to that as well. But let's just listen in also to Mr. Chandra Bhushan. So what's your story, and how are you looking at these developments?
Actually, just you have heard some of the home buyers who had purchased in 2012, and you think about that now, it's 10 years. And he's not looking forward to get his dream house anytime soon. So I have purchased my home in 2015 when I was out of India, and I thought if I'm going to come back, then I should have one dream house so that I can live over there. Supertech, I don't know what transparency is there in this banking and real estate system. I don't know, but they have received approximately 80 to 90% of money from the bank without even buyer information, buyer consent, and the construction was not going on. So basically, banks should disburse money as per the construction stage. But there was no work, and bank has disbursed all the money, 80 or 90% money to Supertech builder, and there were no work. So now it's 10 years.
So where is all of that money really gone, and what happens to your money? I think is the other big question.
Yeah, that's our question to Supertech as well, that whatever we have paid, 80 to 90% we have paid for our unit, where that money has gone, why your construction has not started since couple of years.
So two important questions. Yes, so I think two important questions that Mr. Bhushan and Ms. Kumari have raised, if you want to just take that on, Aditya Parolia. One, of course, being that, does this indeed mean closure? Because like Ms. Kumari pointed out, it actually makes them feel more insecure on whether or not the company can be resurrected, and therefore they'll get their money back or their homes completed. And the other question that, people want to know is, what did you do with our money?
Absolutely. Let me take these questions one by one. On the first question, please understand, now there have been clear judgments that a real estate company where home buyers' money has been there, they cannot, liquidation is the rarest of the rare and the last option. Every option will be evaluated by the courts. Courts, to the extent that NBCC or the government can be asked to complete these projects. So, and when I say closure, Supertech was not completing them, and there was no chance. You heard Ms. Kumari, even excavation has not taken place for last 7 years. So it is no point waiting for years and years and thinking that Supertech is going to complete it or any other builder. Now they have an opportunity, bring in a new management, new builder, get it completed, and find out the money through forensic audits. So
there's a better chance of people actually getting their money's worth now that this step has been taken. What about Mr. Bhushan's question? They also want to know what happened here. What happened with the money?
Seriously, that is a huge question which Supertech should answer. If you see the Union Bank, they are saying that 432 crores were due to Union Bank-led consortium. Similar consortium is being led by PNB. And this is not the only project. There are around 10 to 15 projects which are still pending. Yamuna Authority or Greater Noida authorities have their own set of dues against Supertech.
Right.
Highest number of decrees of RERA and NCDRC are still pending to be executed against Supertech. So where has this money gone? Because if I paid 90 projects.
Yes, well, lots of unanswered questions there. I'm afraid I'm completely out of time, but one sincerely hopes that, this has lent some clarity to home buyers, and one really hopes that, this is perhaps some kind of closure, like Mr. Parolia, was explaining, that there's actually a better chance of now there being justice served to home buyers in terms of completion, or, their money being given back to them. Thank you all very much for joining us on NDTV.